Hello and welcome to my channel Knotty Gnome Crafts. My name is Sarah and you can find me as Knotty Gnome on Instagram. It's time for another Friday Sews, which was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and I always link her channel in the description box so that you can check her out. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on in my week of sewing, but before we get started, I just want to share that I am wearing the Vicky Sews Veronica tank out of a bamboo rib knit that I got from Blackbird Fabrics. And I do have a full review of this tank top in case you missed it, so I will link it up in the cards so you can check it out for yourself. So I did finish 2 projects this week, but unfortunately I am not able to share them with you because they are part of a collab that I am doing with Maudie of Maudie Sews, and I will link her channel in the description box. But I can tell you that next week is going to be the big reveal, so we will both be posting about our collab projects. So if you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload new videos, and I promise that that project is coming next week. So instead of showing you what I've been working on this week, I will then talk a little bit about my plans for next week. So Maudie is also hosting a very large charity project called Dress a Girl, and I'm sure that you will have heard about it on other YouTube channels and on Instagram. And I will be taking part. I'm not one of the official YouTube participants, but I will be working on that. And so I think that's the next thing that I'm going to be doing. I haven't quite settled on a pattern yet, but I think I'm going to try to make 2 dresses, and one of my fabrics is currently in the wash, so I can't show that one to you. But I will show you the other project, or the other fabric that I picked out for that project. And it is a leftover piece of quilting cotton that is a Rifle Paper Company quilting cotton that I used to make my Jennifer Lauren handmade sorrel dress. I can never remember the name of it. It's the sorrel dress, and I will go ahead and link the video for that dress up in the cards as well so you can see what my dress looks like. But I did have a substantial piece of fabric left over, and I think that will be perfect for the Dress a Girl project because it is a nice sturdy quilting cotton and it's not sheer. So I'm planning on using this, and then I'm also going to use another floral quilting fabric that I'll show you whenever I finish the dresses that I'm going to make. So that is definitely the first and second projects on my list that I really am hoping to be able to finish in the next week. And then if I have time, I want to get started on my needle sharp box. So unfortunately, I was not able to get to my August needle sharp box, but I went ahead and pushed it to September. And it's really for the best because I ended up making an agreement with T from Crumpets Tea and Sewing to do a collab that we both have this pattern and we're both planning on making it. So we are both going to be making the Deer and Doe Maya Sotis dress, and I showed the fabric and everything in my needle sharp review, so I'll link that up above. And so there's no way that I'm going to be able to complete this dress, or even, I don't even think I'll get it cut out. But my plan for this week, if I have time, is to go ahead and trace out the pattern and then make my pattern alterations, because I will be needing to make some adjustments to this pattern in order for it to fit me. So that's on my goal list this week, is just getting the pattern traced and altered and ready to cut out. So I do have one addition to my pattern stash that I can share with you. I went to Joann's yesterday because they were having a 50% off sale on interfacing, so I just stocked up on some lightweight interfacing. And then I wanted to pick up 3 patterns from the new Simplicity Fall collection. However, unfortunately, they didn't have it in my store. Usually my store is really good about getting in the new collections pretty shortly after they're introduced, but they just weren't in my store. So I was not able to pick those up while they were having their $1.99 sale, but I did go ahead and pick up one Simplicity pattern from their older collection, and that is 8796, which is this coat pattern. So I have decided, as far as pattern accumulation, to do things a little bit differently until Black Friday, because I've already been saving money all year for Black Friday. I know that I'm going to buy a lot of stuff for that particular event. But until then, what I want to do is, if I'm going to purchase an indie pattern, it has to be when I am ready to sit down and cut out the project. I don't want to be buying indie patterns and storing them and then perhaps never printing them out or making them. So I'm only going to buy it when I'm ready to make it. And for the Big 4 patterns, because I only ever buy Big 4 patterns when they're on these $1.99 or 99-cent sales, my plan for this is to just really cut back on the patterns that I purchase and only concentrate on buying patterns that are different from what I already have in my stash. So I've definitely been guilty in the past of buying patterns that were very, very similar with just very like minor differences. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm only going to pick up a pattern from Big Four if it's unique and something that I don't already have something similar. So for this pattern, it's a coat pattern. I don't have a lot of coat patterns in my stash because up to this point, I've only actually ever made one coat in my entire life, and that was this January. I made a trench coat. But this one is different from the other patterns that I have in my stash. What really interested me was this asymmetrical tie detail. I think that that would be really neat to have for an early fall, or I'm sorry, a late fall, early winter coat. This definitely would not be warm enough where I live to cover all winter conditions, but I have puffer jackets for that. So if I'm going to be making a wool coat, it doesn't have to be the warmest thing in the world. So I am interested in making this. I really want to make some statement coats, like made something in a plaid or a bright color. First, I need to actually make the navy wool coat that I have the fabric already in my stash, but perhaps this next winter or even next year, I could get to this and just kind of make something that's a little bit more fun. So that was Simplicity 8796. And yeah, that was the only pattern that I ended up picking up because Joann's just did not have the new Simplicity patterns. So that is really all of the sewing content that I have to talk about this week, but I do have a few life things. So first of all, I went ahead and pulled pieces to create a fall capsule wardrobe because you guys really seem to enjoy the one that I did in summer, and I wanted to film another video for fall. And then it just felt a little bit weird to me to create a capsule wardrobe but not actually wear it myself. I mean, it just feels a little bit inauthentic. So I decided to go ahead, since I had pulled all of these pieces, and I'm just wearing my fall capsule for the month of September. As I've stated in my previous capsule video, a month is about the maximum amount of time that I can wear a capsule wardrobe and not get completely sick of the clothes. So I am filming my outfits every day, and I'm posting them to my Instagram stories. So if you're not following me over there and you're interested in this topic, I would encourage you to follow me over there, and I have saved it to my story highlights. But what I will be doing is posting just a little bit of a video of my outfit every day, and then here on YouTube at the end of the month, I'll be posting a video about the capsule. So I'll go over all the pieces and my experience of wearing the fall capsule. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, that video is going to take the place of my 1 week of handmade outfits for the month of September, because I will be showing my outfit every single day on Instagram. And a lot of the outfits will be in my capsule video at the end of the month as well. So that's the first thing that's going on in my life. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I have decided to move all of my fibercraft items, because I am doing more knitting and crochet and spinning. I'm going to move that to a separate video. So starting tomorrow on Sunday, I'm going to post my first video called Yarn Talk, where it's basically going to be just like Friday Sews, but where I talk about my yarny crafts instead of my sewing. And that way, for the people who are only interested in one topic or the other, you can just check out the video that most interests you. And for those of you who just really like watching my videos, I hope that you'll come back and watch both. So that's going to be it for me today. It's just a short little Friday Sews, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to start filming shortly my first edition of Yarn Talk. So I'll see you next time.